3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that's cold.
Wow.
Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, presented by fairwaymeatmarket.com. We're the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. We got a electric show for you today. We did some scratch offs. We called Charlie Berens. We surprised him. We didn't tell him we were going to call him. And we talked to him. Or did we talk to him?
You never know.
Never know. We also interviewed Chris Lane. Yes, country star Chris Lane is on today. And then we wrapped this baby up with one of my personal favorite segments, Laken's Complaints. She's always got something that she is bent out of shape about in a good way. And so I'm excited about that. Before we get into the podcast, we got to talk to you guys about fairwaymeatmarket.com. It's all about the meat. The meat. Holiday season is here, guys. Dad, he needs that meat. Dad needs that meat. He's the grill master. We did our Traeger video. He's probably bragging about his Traeger right now to someone. And you need to give him something to fill that grill with. And Fairway is your place to do it. Dad's the toughest guy to buy presents for. It's like world renowned that it's tough to buy Dad's gifts. We just have eliminated that stress and pain in your life. Go to fairwaymeatmarket.com. You're going to use code YouBetcha, YOUBETCHA, all one word, and you're going to get, I believe, $30 off the holiday package, which has got tenderloin and ribeye and a side dish. It's a great package for, a family get together and all that. It's just, what is Dad? No one thinks about Dad when it comes to presents. It's all about the kids, right? Let's give back to Dad. Let's go to Fairway, get him a meat package, put it in his stocking, maybe slide a couple ribeyes in his stocking, maybe wrap a couple in one, and then maybe a side dish in another one. And he's just going to be like, the gift that keeps on giving.
All of a sudden, Dad's not crabby at Christmas anymore.
Dad's the happiest guy ever. He's waking up, and then next Christmas, when inevitably you get him another meat package, he's going to wake up so chipper on Christmas morning. and classic Dad. He's not chipper till he gets his coffee. He doesn't need coffee on Christmas morning if he knows Fairway's in his stocking or presents. And so go to fairwaymeatmarket.com. Get a meat package, the holiday package. Use code YouBetcha for $30 off plus free shipping. I forgot to add that. And get Dad the gift that he truly, truly wants this year. Guys, let's just get into the show.
I would venture to say it's almost the nectar of the gods. Back, baby, back. I want my... Oh my God, that's cold.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Hello, and welcome back to episode 96 of the You Betcha Radio podcast. I am Ryan, the T-shirt guys.
Guys, multiple.
I am Ryan, the T-shirt guys. Let's keep that in. Just keep going.
There's multiple of me right now, apparently.
Black Friday is making you kind of schizophrenic, multiple personalities. So there's a bunch of Ryan, the T-shirt guys in there.
Yeah, no, we'll leave that in there. We'll roll with it. Guys, before we get into the show, I just got to tell you, it's Wednesday. It's December 9th, and the merch closes down tonight. Tonight at midnight, you're not going to be able to get any more of the Black Friday merch to guarantee it by Christmas. So go check out OUBetcha.com for all the coldest merch in the Midwest.
Ooh,
you're not going to want to miss it. Miles, I need this. This is really, it's scratching an itch for me. Pun intended.
Great segue, Ryan. How long have you been thinking of that one all morning?
Just right away.
Oh, okay.
It just came to the top of mind. I'm usually a deep thinker and have to come up with those in advance.
Thank you, Ryan, the T-shirt guys. For that segue.
Thanks, Miles. You betcha, guys.
So we are trying out some new segments here on this podcast, and basically, what's more electric than gambling? Ryan, you're a big gambler.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big sports gambler like maybe Tyler or Ryan is. Tyler, are you a sports gambler?
I am officially a sports gambler as of the Double Bogey Show episode this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, nice little plug there. You have
Thank
to
you.
check out
Episode
his
10.
sports betting excursion on Double Bogey Show this week.
First try ever.
There we go.
Tyler's going to get on a heater right away.
So this is gonna be a quick. I'm feeling hot right now in terms of gambling. I bought a box of football cards, 2019 Prisms.
Yeah.
You don't know them. I pulled all the packs, to see what I get. I pulled 2 autographed Kyler Murray cards in the same box, so that will never happen ever again, and it's got to be a mistake by Prism. So I'm feeling good, and that's why today we are going to be I'm going to be doing some scratch offs. We got 3 of them here. They're $20 ones. I said, we got to go big or go home. If we're going to get into this gambling thing, what do we do if I win $500,000? I feel like that's what everyone does when they buy one scratch off ticket. They're like, what am I going to do when I'm rich after I scratch this ticket? Okay. Winning numbers, same thing, right? Scratch entire play area, matching your numbers to the winning numbers. Reveal a money sign, you win that prize instantly. Reveal $50 symbol, you win 50 instantly. 5X symbol 5 times. All right.
Hey, maybe change this one up a little bit. Scratch it differently. Get some different juju on this scratch off. Maybe go numbers first and then reveal yours.
Ooh.
That would hurt my brain, and I would miss something.
Well,
Or
so go from
bonus
bottom
first.
to top on the number list.
On the scratching,
Yeah.
I'll go a snake pattern up and down.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so first lucky number is 33. Second is 34. 11. We're getting a lot of 11s.
Tyler's
12.
lucky number 13 at the pig wheel.
And
2 weekends
33.
ago.
I hit on 13 and
Yep.
33.
27 and 29. All right, we ready? We're going to go snake. 39. Son of a bitch. 7, no go.
A lot of numbers left.
4. 10. 3, no go.
Give me that 11. Give me that 11.
41, nothing so
Not
far.
even close.
Snake draft. Ooh, I almost
Yep.
messed up the juju. 36, nothing.
Classic.
28, nothing. 32, nothing. 46, nothing. 30, 31. All right, we're down to
Give
2.
me something to work with.
We need to get something going here.
How are you feeling
21. How am I feeling?
at halftime right now?
I am feeling hopeful is the thing.
Do you feel
is-
lucky?
So here's the thing, Tyler. We talk on the Rage and Workaholics podcast. We talk on the Twitch stream all the time. My personal mentality is all I need is a chip and a chair at the table, and I got a shot to win the game, to win the poker game. If this was a poker game, I got my chip in my hand, and I'm sitting in a chair. So I always got a shot to
chance.
win this baby. So that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling hopeful. 27.
We got
We
it.
hit.
How
What did we
much?
hit?
How much? 25. We made $5 on this one so
Let's go.
far. There
Let's
we go.
Great time for the chip in a chair.
Chip in a
speech.
chair,
chair,
speed.
baby.
What did I say? What did I say? Chip in a
That's big.
chair. Maybe next time we'll just do one scratch off.
Yeah, 1 or 2. 4 was a lot.
Got a little long there, but hopefully you're still with us, or we'll just cut out all of the boring stuff and maybe just cut in all of the wins. I got today.
That's the hype, though. Is
It went
don't
from
know-
a long segment to a 30-second segment.
Yeah. So we're actually right now we're gonna do a segment that we like to call "Let's Surprise Charlie Berens" and just see what happens. We do have a backup segment if he doesn't answer, but he better fucking answer.
Has it been a while since you've talked to him? So like when he sees your call, like,
We've exchanged texts, but I
Okay.
haven't actually talked to him. So should I let him know that he's on the podcast? Or like the first 5 minutes, just not let him know.
Give him like 30 seconds
Yeah.
and then tell him.
toy with him a little bit.
We do have a backup in case he big times us. All right,
Miles, if you had a second person to call, who would it be?
my mom.
Oh, she would answer.
All right, here we go.
She'd expose you, Ryan.
Charlie, better answer.
He's probably just waking up.
Yeah, he's probably just rolling out of bed.
Easy day for Charlie.
We need to get a bird watching update. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
He's gonna big time me.
If he answered, like, Miles.
What's up, guy? Big time.
Busy.
God.
Sleeping.
Big time.
You're
Something.
not busy at 11:30 on a
we're trying to reach has a
Wednesday.
voicemail box that has not been set up.
And we can't even leave him a
of course.
voicemail because it's not even set up.
Classic.
What if he actually like changed his number and didn't tell me?
Classic. Watch, he's going to call you on segment 3.
Yeah.
And then,
hey,
we're already past it.
classic Charlie Berens, just way too famous. He's way too big for us now that he got his bluegrass album to get hit number 5. He's a big bluegrass star now. He just doesn't have time for us. So
Bluegrass and bird watching.
tough look for Mr. Charlie Berens. Not answering it. Well, it's actually probably a tougher look for us. So
It's just tough look all around for everyone.
This is a tough look.
Scratch offs. No, Charlie not answering.
But I think Charlie is best when he is surprised. So that's
I
why I
would
wanted to
agree.
do it. That's why I didn't give him a heads up. But to wrap up this first segment here, we do have some reviews. So we asked you guys to give us a review on the podcast, 5-star, whatever you think we deserve, because it helps us and it helps our podcast grow. So we're going to read a few of those reviews right now.
Mm-hmm.
This first one is absolutely electric. And
Why are you hiding it?
you'll know in a second, Ryan.
I didn't send this one to you, Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
This
fair.
says, okay, so this is by Marcus5718. 5-star review. It says easy 5 stars. I would like to start this by saying I do not ever write reviews, yada yada, because we asked so nicely. I do want to say one thing.
Oh, God.
I do want to say one thing. Please scratch the motivational moments with Ryan, the t-shirt guy. I wanted to jerk the wheel and go right into a utility pole.
I knew exactly
Thanks.
where this was going.
Keep up the great work. The first segment we do that's totally tailored for Ryan. Someone says they wanted to jerk the wheel of their car and wrap it around a utility pole.
That's just a roller coaster of a review.
I think that's, but I think what he means is he was so hyped up after that
He didn't want to scrap it. All I have to say is that now this segment's now called the demotivational moments with Miles. I'm
With
so
Marcus. Demotivational moments with Marcus 518.
you know what though?
5716, I believe.
If people aren't talking about you though, that means that you're
Yeah,
doing
that's
something
true.
wrong.
That's true.
That
All right,
just fuels the fire in me even more.
You got a good one, Ryan, that you can read?
I do, yeah.
Let's hear it.
This one is from Gigglemania 1.
Giggle me. Great name.
Title of the review is Awesome Podcast, 5 stars.
Also, for a comedy podcast, if Giggle Mania 1 is commenting 5 stars, they clearly do a lot of work with laughter.
He's a giggle monster.
So clearly they know what they're talking about.
So Gigglemania, 5-star review. He's got to say it. This is a super great podcast. I love listening to it every week. It's super entertaining. Awesome job by you 3. Even though sometimes I would like to punch Ryan and Miles in the face. In parentheses, it would be out of love, but great job.
Okay,
Love
the
ya.
thing
You
is-
notice who they don't want to punch in the face? Me.
Yeah, that's because they like, oh, he's got a kid. He like needs to be like have his brain, all other stuff.
So one guy wants
Again-
to punch me in the face. The other guy wants to wrap his car around a light pole.
This is looking
Tough
tough.
look right now.
Here's the thing though. Nothing is more relatable than being like this guy might be our best friend
Mhm.
because there's nothing more that you want to do with your best friends than punch them in the face
Right.
at times.
Every once in a while, they just say something that's like either so dumb or just bugs you in a weird way, and you just want to punch your
you
friend.
literally want to just punch him in the face.
Mhm.
And that's honestly what I believe this podcast is all about. We say a bunch of stupid shit that makes our listeners want to punch us in the face. And if you don't like that, then you're probably at the wrong
That should
podcast.
be our new description.
Yeah. I know that my mom wants to punch you in the face, Ryan, when you get all the facts wrong.
Your mom, your sister, everybody.
Yeah.
Even though she can never nail down what facts I've gotten wrong.
Oh. So
Are you
what-
calling out Miles's mom
I
on
am.
the podcast?
I am.
All right, Mom.
An eye for an eye.
Mom, we might have to throw hands with Ryan. This one is Kevin. This next review is Kevin 373737373736363663. Great name, Kevin.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is a cold podcast. First time I listened to the podcast, my speakers froze up. In parentheses, $200 accident. So not to fucking brag by
Got nice.
by Kevin. He's like, oh, I'm rich. I can afford $200 speakers. But he said it's worth it. Appreciate it. Kevin, great flex about the speakers there.
Yeah. You
My
got to
guy.
add in the not to brag, though.
Yeah.
That's one part he did forget.
Not to brag. I think we got one more, do we?
Yeah, I got
Ryan?
another good one. I'm going to end it with this one, you guys. This is titled Refreshing, and this is from Homegirl MN, 5-star review. I started listening to this
Oh,
podcast.
Charlie Berens is calling. Do we answer?
Yes.
We big time him. Do we answer? We'll answer.
We got to answer.
Answer
Okay,
it.
here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Hey there, fella. What's going on?
Not much. Just hanging out. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just, cutting a video. Sound like you got a smile on your face.
How did you know? You know me so well. So you are now, Charlie, welcome. You are live on the You Betcha Radio podcast.
Oh, jeez.
this-
I knew you were going to do this to me. Oh,
Hey, Charles.
golly.
This was, we already ran you through the mud by not answering us and then not allowing us to leave a voicemail by not even having the voicemail inbox set up.
Yeah, I'm not setting that shit up. No way. I started getting a lot of weird messages. Actually, so what happened was I think Facebook put my number online or something. And so I got somebody asking me, there's that old Johnsonville commercials like Charlie, I forget how it goes, but cooking his Johnsonville brats. And I would get a message every day about that. And I would also get a message from these other, I think they were high school kids.
You sound like an old man. Those dang high school kids keep throwing eggs at my house.
Well, they were asking, first of all, they were asking which fishing baits I use, which is fine, but they would never leave a callback number, and I would have called them back. So anyway, long story short, I got rid of that number.
Yeah. So wait.
Or not the number. I got rid of my voicemail.
Okay.
I was spacing out. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we call the segment "Let's Surprise Charlie Berens." I figure that's
I
the
love
best.
it.
Yeah, I think this is the best way to get a hold of you. We need a bird watching update for the listeners. It's been a while.
Yep. Thank you. No, did you have a follow-up question, or do you want me to take it from there?
Well, I want the update, and then I want to know what the difference is in the winter birds, because as we all know, birds fly south in the winter. Has it gotten a little stagnant watching birds?
Miles, I'm glad you asked. And actually, I got some new Canon binoculars. They're very nice. They come with batteries, and you can even they have a little night. I think it's a night vision aspect. I haven't figured it out. I honestly don't know what the batteries are for yet, but it's a really nice thing. And so here's the deal. Here's what I'll tell you about what I've been seeing in the skies. The eyes in the skies, that'd be me. So obviously we've had a lot of Canadian geese coming through, okay? Now, you see the geese. The thing about the geese, you look up at the sky, and typically geese are going to fly in a V, okay? And you got to remember that geese mate for life, too. That's an important part of the story. Now, when you look up and you see a pack of geese flying, and sometimes you see that's not really a V. That's kind of a broken V. You know why that is, Miles?
I was actually going to ask you, why do they have one tail longer than the other tail on the V?
And I'm glad you asked that question. And that's because, somebody was sitting out there in a goose blind and shot one of them. Okay. And so they says, this is a symbol of our opposition to hunting. The geese are saying this, not me. I'd hunt geese. Actually, I typically don't hunt geese because they mate for life. Did I tell you that? So,
You did.
But here's the real question with geese. They all look the same. So do they really mate for life? Can they really know that? Because they all look the same. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a human and they're a goose, but they all look the same. So maybe they're swingers and we don't know. These are complicated questions. Someone has to answer them. It's not going to be me. But let me continue on. The geese are putting on a protest with all their broken V's, okay? And what they're saying, and I'm out on the deck at Max's house, and I just saw the person Oh, no, that might have been Max. He opened the window. I think someone shut their window. They were sick of listening to me. I don't know why you have your window open right now. Anyway, long story short, it's a protest in the sky. They're saying if you want to see a perfect flying V, Mighty Duck style, except we're talking about geese, then don't shoot us out of the sky, and it's very simple, but they are the sirloin of the sky, as I said. So it's a tough one to go.
Sirloin of the sky. Are you coining that, or has other people coined that?
I'm sure I've actually said that about pheasant before, so we'll call him the ribeye of the sky. Still rhymes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So you're saying that if one side is completely gone, it means that whole side of the thing just got blasted.
Yeah, if you're looking at a flying one, that's bad news bears for that flock of geese,
Yeah.
And it's a flying tragedy is what it is. And as I said, they mate for life. So don't forget that. Allegedly.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear you say that earlier.
I don't know if I brought that up. Actually, I'm looking across the street right now. I don't have my binoculars, but I do see a nest. Now, that nest is obviously not occupied, most likely. I don't know who'd be nesting right now anyway, but it does look like a hawk's nest. And I'm in an interesting part of Milwaukee that I would not expect to see a hawk's nest here, but it is big enough to be a hawk's nest. So, we're learning something new every day. And this is just a reminder to all your listeners to never leave home without your binoculars, okay? Because now I'm going to be thinking about this. It's going to keep me up at night. And all I had to do is bring my binoculars. I could have gotten clarification on what kind of nest that was and then moved on with my life.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I think that is like up there with, stuff that everyone should know. It should be how to do your taxes. It should be, and then right next to it is just never leave home without your binoculars.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we should make an ugly Christmas sweater that says that.
Bring your binoculars.
Have we? Yeah, exactly. Have we plugged your Christmas sweaters on this yet?
We are right now.
That.
Yeah.
Hey, get them now because USPS may not deliver next week, folks. Okay.
We switched to UPS now. We'll get it there on time.
Okay, you can get all those ugly sweaters on mantalkminute.com.
And here, Tyler, this is for the voiceover. OhYouBetcha.com. You can just dub it over.
Thank you.
Okay. By the way, dude, I retweeted your tweet about us in the bar, and after I retweeted it, I noticed you censored out the Miller Lite logo. That beer is the pride of Milwaukee, and I'll have you know, I didn't unretweet it because I have respect for you as an individual. I don't know why. Also is getting good organic traction on my channel, but I just want to let you know that's disrespectful to the greatest beer city.
I have no idea what
world.
you were just referring to. I'm gonna have to go check it again.
Oh, okay. You don't know what I'm referring to?
I know what the photo is. I didn't see the said black bars that you were talking about on it. So
yeah, you put the bars, those bars that people put over their Hooters and stuff on Cinemax movies. You put them over the Miller Lights.
Oh yeah, I'll have to check it out. I don't recall, but Charles, thanks for actually calling us back.
Oh, we're wrapping up?
Yeah.
We're wrapping up? Why? I want someone to edit all of this.
Well, so
are we live right now? Are people dropping off?
Yeah, dude, we're losing viewership and listeners like, they're dropping off like geese flying in a flying V,
Okay. Great callback. Callback. Very disrespectful to the geese, but we'll let it go.
So the last thing I'll say, Charles, is did you know that geese mate for life?
I did actually know geese mate for life. Yeah. But the question
Allegedly.
is, Miles, you and I should do a video where we're both dressed as geese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mating for life.
And then it's
happening.
And then we can talk about all the good ones that we lost that were on the left side of the V. We're on the right side of the V.
Dude, this is our next big video.
It's like left and right Twix action going on.
That's good. We can talk about how we both lost our lovers,
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
We could probably talk about how we mate for life.
We'll definitely talk about that. I hope you're serious about this. I will bug you about this as much as I bugged you about the cow deer video until you agree to do it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tougher to find a goose costume.
Nope, I'm online right now. I'll order it too.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna need to order a couple sizes bigger for me, though. Remember that.
I got you a medium. That's going to make it all the better.
That'll fit perfect.
Yeah. Okay, real good.
All right.
All right, well, you guys have fun. Everyone watch out for deer, okay?
Yeah, tell your folks we says hi.
Okay, yeah, tell your folks I said that too, okay?
Okay. All
All
right.
right, real good. Bye-bye.
All right, Charlie called us back. What a great segment. Next, we actually have a phenomenal guest that I'm excited about because I've been listening to his music for a long time. He most recently had a huge hit in his song Big Big Plans. It was a song about his now wife. Basically used the song to propose. What a jerk, making us all guys look bad. The fact that I can't write a song to propose, you know,
he took the bar and he raised it so far above our heads that we'll never be able to reach it.
Like literally, Vince Carter couldn't jump and touch that bar. In his prime, Vince Carter in his prime when he was doing the honey dip dunk. Know what I'm talking about, Ryan?
I feel like I set the bar pretty high with my proposal. You guys wouldn't know though.
Oh God, here we go.
You guys wouldn't know anything about that.
Did you write a country Billboard #1 hit?
Yeah.
To propose?
I might have played it in the background.
There you go.
Help me out.
So Chris Lane, very decorated country star, and he was a fun guy to talk to. So here is our interview with Chris Lane. Before we get into our interview with Chris Lane, guys, we got to talk to you as always about Holiday gas stations. Ryan and I are drinking some Holiday coffee as we speak.
We are well caffeinated.
God, so good. So good. If you have any other gas station coffee, it just doesn't hold even just the slightest of light to Holiday coffee. It's fresh ground right there in front of you with those new machines that they got. Fancy machines.
Yep. Touchscreen machines, may I add.
Touchscreen. You can see the beans being ground right there in front of you. And I imagine too, Tyler, scratch off podcast here.
Oh yeah.
You could probably get a couple 2-tree scratchies at Holidays if you're in the right state, right?
Yeah, then you just got to perfect your Holiday parking lot scratching ritual.
Yes, you need to develop a ritual. And I think Holiday understands that, so no one's going to wonder what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna know you're there for some coffee and some scratch offs. And that's what I love about Holiday is you can get scratch offs, you can get coffee, you can get your gas filled, you can get a car wash, you can get lunch, you can get dinner, you can get breakfast, you can get caffeinated in other ways, just the whole thing. What can't you do, Ryan?
All of life is in Holiday.
Literally, your entire life exists in a Holiday gas station. So go to your local Holiday station, get yourself a cup of Joe, get caffeinated for this Chris Lane interview. Guys, we would love to welcome on Chris Lane to the podcast. Chris, how are you doing, man?
What's up, buddy? I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. This is going to be an interesting way to start this out. We had Ernie on the podcast a few weeks ago. I know he's a buddy of yours, but I did tell him that I have a bone to pick with you and him.
Wow, what happened?
So, okay, you guys co-wrote your song Big Big Plans, right?
Yeah.
You guys are making me look bad here. You guys are setting an unattainable standard for the rest of us. I can't live up to that song. You literally are like my girlfriend was like, Chris Lane, you seen his new song? It's the cutest thing ever. He's the best husband, all this stuff. And I'm like, doggone it, Chris Lane, what's going on?
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate that, man. Honestly, yeah, it was kind of like a last minute thing that we did. You know, when Ern and I wrote that song with another buddy of ours, I think it took us 3 times to finally write it because we didn't know how we wanted the end of the song to go. And I just said, well, I do plan on proposing, in the next couple months. Maybe we could write a proposal in there. And I kid you not, within 4 seconds, Ern literally said, right now we're back in her. I told him exactly how I was going to do it. And he literally freestyled it out. He said, right now we're back in her hometown and I'm down on one knee. I guess she finally figured out I'm going to ask her to marry me. It was literally that simple. It was the craziest thing.
That's so cool.
And then I planned on using that song and did it there in her parents' backyard in Portland. And thankful she said yeah, because that'd have been really awkward.
Yeah, 100%. She couldn't say no at that point. You set yourself up pretty good there, I think. Are you aware at how people melted about that? You know how that was like the perfect way to do that, right? Oh,
Did that because I feel like there were so many moving parts. I had to fake the fact that her and I had started doing the way I got it all on video was I had asked her, hey, I was on tour with Brad Paisley, and my videographer was out on the road with us at the time, and we were all the way up in Washington, and the next day was Father's Day. It was that Sunday, and we said, she's from Portland, Oregon. Sorry, I literally cannot talk this morning.
It's good.
She's from Portland, Oregon, and I just basically said, hey, since we got our videographer here, why don't we get some shots of us with your family? We had planned on starting this YouTube thing, and that we never did. And I kind of convinced her to say, all right, yeah, that way we don't have to make an extra trip. We'll go ahead and get some shots with your family. So that's how I got a camera in there to film the whole thing without her knowing what exactly was going to happen. But yeah, incredibly nervous to do it. I mean, I was fine going into it, but that moment I was about to take her hand and walk out to the yard, I actually blacked out.
I believe that. I couldn't imagine, it's probably a good move for you to just play the song rather than actually perform it live, because that would have been way more nerve-wracking, right?
Oh my gosh, I would have been really nervous. Yeah, honestly, she's so used to me bringing home demos from writes that I write every day and just playing it for her and getting her opinion. So I kind of approached it in that way, as if it was just a normal song that I was bringing home and that I just got back from a producer that I was writing with. And I did, however, say in that third verse as it was approaching, because that was the one I really needed her to listen to with the proposal in it. I whispered in her ear, I said, baby, I need you to listen to this verse. It's my favorite. So she wasn't zoned out when the proposal happened.
That's her favorite verse now too, I imagine.
I hope it better be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just remember seeing it everywhere on Instagram, social media, stuff like that, and that was kind of a whirlwind. And obviously, she was a part of the Bachelor Nation, as they would call it. What was that like, being kind of engulfed in that community? Because I know that the Bachelor fans they're intense, man, right?
Yeah, well, I will say the Bachelor Nation, that is a real thing. My wife's been off the show for, good Lord, it's probably been 5 years at this point, maybe 6 years. But, I met her right when she came off the show, roughly 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, something along those lines. And, we became friends just randomly at an iHeart radio music event, and kept in touch over those 4 years, just sporadically. And, I was taking a trip to the Bahamas with a few buddies of mine and randomly asked her if she wanted to go. And honestly, that's kind of how it all started. We hadn't really hung out that much before that.
A trip to the Bahamas is a pretty solid first date.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to pull out all the stops. But
dude, you're literally, the standard just keeps getting higher and higher for me here. This is getting tougher. You're just setting a precedent, man. Which is and I think it's actually really cool that you have kind of fused your relationship and your career, and they kind of now overlap quite a bit. I think that's a really cool way. Not a lot of people can pull that off. So that's really cool, which segues here. This is kind of the last part of, we'll talk about some more stuff after this, but it's a segment that we do a lot here on this podcast. It's called Relationship Advice with Chris Lane.
Yeah.
We do it all the time. The segment Relationship Advice with Chris Lane. So first question is, how do you pull a girl from The Bachelor?
That's a great, you know what? I had to really work for it. She definitely made me work for it. I had to, when we were leaving the Bahamas there, I don't think she was thinking we were going to be more than friends. Cause honestly, it was just, we were friendly the whole time. You know what I mean? And when we left, I thought, man, I want to spend some more time with her. I had so much fun.
Yep.
I FaceTimed her every day I didn't just call. I didn't just text. None of that. I FaceTimed her every day for several months and just kept
Really
working my way in there until it finally just happened.
Okay, so step number one.
Yeah, you got to put in the work.
Step number one, put in the work. Before step number one, you got to get the phone number of a girl from The Bachelor and FaceTime her every single day, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
I think that's probably the hardest part right there. And so then the second thing here, need some advice on this. I can't carry a tune. I can't sing. Obviously, number one best way to propose to a gal is by writing a song, having it blow up, and having the entire world know that you doing this proposal. What's the next best proposal, would you say? If I can't sing.
If you can't sing, next best proposal. That's a tough.
Getting someone else to sing, maybe.
Honestly, yes. That would be a great. That's probably honestly even better. Find who her favorite artist is and ask them if they'll come sing her favorite song.
There we go. Or if you can't do that, you just pretend like I wrote the song "Big Big Plans" and then it's good to go.
There you go.
Right?
That'd be a perfect way to do it.
So one thing that I've noticed about you is, well, first of all, like you're like one of the hottest guys in country music, like actually like physically hot. Like you're just smoking hot, dude. There's no way around that.
Dude, hey, I'll take it. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And so
You
basically
got my wife literally laughing while she's doing dishes back there.
but seriously, and so my next question is for guys like me. I mean, right now I'm literally wearing winter Crocs, like the Crocs with the lining in it, sweatpants, a sweatshirt. How do I get hotter? Because I think that's also an obstacle that I'm going against here. Is it my fashion? Like, what do I need to do?
I think your fashion's on point. You got the Crocs, the sweats. I mean, that's kind of like the outfit of 2020,
That's true. That's 2020 hot, right?
That's 2020 hot. Yes, 100%. Crocs.
And obviously you're one of the hottest guys in country music.
Honey, you heard that, didn't you, baby?
But I got to bring it down a couple notches here. You're only the fourth hottest Chris in the world, though.
Wow. And the other Chris's.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, and then probably you. So I would say you're on Mount Rushmore, though. So that's cool.
The fact that I would even be considered in your mind in any of that group with those guys, I will 100% take.
Yeah. And you can tell Lauren that this was all me. You did not send you did not send me this information to say out loud so she hears it on here. This is all me right here. So it's true. It's how we feel.
She can hear you and she is just cracking up while she's washing dishes.
That's awesome. So that concludes our relationship advice with Chris Lane. You heard it here. And yeah. So you got some new music too, right? You came out with a new single, Hold You Tonight. Can you tell me a little bit about that and kind of how that came about?
Yeah. So a DJ, his name's Griffin, another artist, does a lot of pop songs in the pop world, but kind of crossover into country. We had the song, me and Ern actually were a writer on the song as well. He just kind of asked me if we wanted to do it together, and I'd never done anything like that before, kind of in the EDM world. And I feel like the EDM / country song has been working together. Like they turn out to be super cool. And yeah, I was just pumped to kind of jump on the song, be a writer on it. And the sad part is I've never been able to perform it live because we put it out during the quarantine. And I can't wait to get out there, and it's got great energy to it.
How cool is it going to be though when you play that, for the first time in front of a live crowd? I mean, it's kind of like a pent up energy, right?
Man, I bet that first show back, I bet the energy is going to be insane. Like, I cannot wait for that moment. The sad part is we don't know when that moment's going to be. Just kind of wait out,
Yeah. What, obviously live concerts are some of the most electric environments. I compare it to, a lot of people will compare concerts and live performances like that to, big time football games and stuff like that. And you're an athlete. You were a big baseball guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I played football and baseball growing up, and then played college baseball, and honestly assumed that I was going to move on after college and play professionally.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's a better rush? Is it live on stage or hitting a dinger over the fence?
I will say, I honestly believe in my heart, probably the rush from being on stage. There's honestly nothing like it, especially with the song that you've written and the crowd singing every word back to you is truly the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, I believe that. And speaking of songs that you have written, I actually myself have become somewhat of a distinguished songwriter in Nashville. I've never been to Nashville, but I'm working my way into being a songwriter, and I've been pitching some song ideas to artists, and so I got a few for you today. Is it cool if I pitch them to you?
Let's go, man. I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, this is like Shark Tank of songwriting here. All right, so the first one, very popular to put out a Christmas album, right?
Yes.
I think next year, we kind of missed the boat this year, but I think next year you should plan for a Thanksgiving album, do a little switch up.
Yeah,
and the title song on there would be Big Big Pants. All
right.
Yeah, so you eat too much and you got some big pants that you got to put on.
Were you able to get any lyrics down for that?
That was maybe a little workshop thing we were gonna do together.
Okay.
But we can workshop that. You got any in mind right off the top of your head?
I mean, the title stands out, that's for sure.
I mean, we don't have to change the beginning of the song. We're in your hometown, back in your hometown. It's Christmas or Thanksgiving. You're at the family.
Yeah, I mean, you can also use some of the same lyrics in the verse there. Just look at her sitting there, sweatpants, t-shirt, comfy chair. It all makes sense.
Hey, honestly, I think all you got to change is big pants, and then the song's basically the same. You didn't even think about that, did you?
I agree. That's good.
Yeah, maybe takes away the allure of like proposing, I guess, if it's big pants, but so another
proposing in your big pants on Thanksgiving.
Yes. So maybe that's the second best way to do it right there. Next Thanksgiving, you're at home and you play big pants and you propose.
Are you married yet?
I am not. That's why I need this relationship advice.
Okay.
You're the expert here.
I got you. Well, there you go. I think you just solidified your plan.
All right, there we go. My next idea here is you have a song called Take Back Home Girl, right? This is a follow-up to that song. You took your girl home and your mom hated her. And so this is a song for her ex called Take Back Your Old Girl. What do you think?
It, man.
I think so too. And it's kind of like your songs are now turning into episodes almost. What's the next story? It's next story that's going to happen in the next song you put out. We'll workshop that again, but tough. You took her home. Mom hated her.
Yeah, so she's definitely not doing what the lyrics say in Take Back Home Girl, cooking breakfast with your mama.
Yeah, she slept in. Your mom hated her.
She slept in. She's not going to do it. Mom hated her.
Okay, this next one, actually, I have wrote an entire song for this, okay?
All right.
So you're asking about lyrics about big plans. I fleshed out all the lyrics in this next song, okay?
All right.
It is basically a spinoff of the hit song. This is like a country version of this hit song called Tequila.
Yes.
Dun dun da 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 whiskey. Dun 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 dun. What do you think?
Man, you can't go wrong with putting whiskey in a country song. So I think it could honestly work.
What do you think of the lyrics to that song?
I mean, the only lyric you said was whiskey, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
It might be the only lyric you need.
That might be the most country song ever written.
is honestly so dumb it could be genius.
Yes. That's the look. Your face right there just said it all. That right there. I told Tyler, I said before, and I'm like, if someone actually put out a tequila version called Whiskey, that would pop.
The next karaoke hit.
The next karaoke hit would be Whiskey.
What's your go-to karaoke song, man?
Go-to karaoke song. I actually, you say you were touring with Brad Paisley. One of my favorite songs ever in a bar is actually his song Alcohol.
Oh, yeah. You can't go wrong with that one.
I love that song. I don't know why. It just is kind of stuck in my head, and it's an easy song. Easy song to just belt while you're oh, sorry. Actually, my favorite country song or favorite karaoke song is one of yours. I forgot that that's what my answer was supposed to be.
No, you're too late. You're too late. It's Brad Paisley again.
Damn it. No, actually, one of my favorite songs that you have is actually Fishin'. That song just is, summer. You're driving to the lake. Bump that song. Windows down. I love that. Yeah, that song. As the kids would say, that song slaps.
There we go.
Yeah,
slaps, man.
Last song I got for you here. I've actually been pitching this one around Nashville, and I thought I'd give you a shot at it. I had to turn down like Garth. I just didn't think he had the chops to be able to handle this song. So I'm still just workshopping it, and someone's gonna write it. I just have that feeling. I just finding the right guy or gal, I guess. Probably a guy song though. After you hear it. So this song is. I'm a big Busch Light guy. I live and breathe the nectar of the gods. Yeah, you like that? It's. Yeah, so I'm a big Busch Light guy, and this is about a song about, this girl, you're dating her, and it's going well, but you're not crazy about her, right? But her best redeeming quality is that she drinks Busch Light. And so the title of the song is, I like my baby, but I love her Busch. What do you think?
I mean, that really sticks out. That can be.
I know. I've been pitching it, and I'm trying to find the right guy, but
I love my baby, but I love my baby, but I love her Busch.
No, I like my baby, but I love her Busch.
Dude, that pops.
I know.
As the kids would say, that slaps.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
I need to hear. I'm most intrigued about that song. I would love to. At some point, you got to send me some lyrics. All right.
To I like my baby.
That one together.
To I love her Busch. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll write them down. We'll work on it.
That's a pretty strong lyric.
I couldn't agree more. I'll also send you the lyrics for Whiskey as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
You need to send that one. I've already got it.
Okay.
I've memorized it already.
Oh, you've been taking notes, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm excited about your new song that came out. I think this has been fun. What do you think the near future looks like for country music? Do you think it's going to get back soon? You think it's going to be another year? What are you feeling?
Man, I don't really know, but yeah, I think we're going to get back out there sooner than later. From what we're hearing, we haven't heard, a final date or anything when we can get back out there, but I'm scheduled to go out with, Kane Brown in early March or mid-March, something along those lines. I'm not sure if that's going to happen that early, but maybe it won't be too long after that.
Nice. Yeah. What do you think about the idea of doing like a drive-in movie, but a drive-in concert, and everyone's just sitting in their car and you're performing live, and then when they're cheering, that everyone's honking their horn at you? How would you feel about that?
That would honestly be the weirdest thing ever. But at this point, I haven't played a show in so long that I would probably consider it.
Everyone just honking at you. You can't focus. You're just messing up every single song. Yeah. That would be a nightmare.
I guarantee it, but dude, I won't be the only one, but I know it's going to happen. By the time we get back to playing, it's going to be so long. All of us are going to be forgetting lyrics, and a lot of the songs when we get on stage, it's just going to be a lyric mess up all night long.
How often does that happen? to you guys?
I mean, I feel like for me, it happens every night. I always mess lyrics up for some. I mean, honestly, I drink a decent amount of tequila before I get on stage, so it's that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, well, I get that. I oftentimes forget lyrics to songs when I'm really drunk at the bar. So I think we're basically the same there, right? Drunk at the bar with your buddies.
If you forget the lyrics to your song "Whiskey," it's you're having a evening.
I think that might be the goal sometimes when you go to the bar is you drink so much whiskey that you try and forget the words to the song "Whiskey."
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's actually good insight. We were kind of, it seems like a lame idea, but we've sure been talking about that song a lot. I think that you should give it a second look.
Man, you got great merch with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just says whiskey across the front, and that's it.
Yeah, you start a whiskey brand called Whiskey.
Yeah. What do you think, Tyler? You think we should start a whiskey brand?
I'm all in. We got to get the merch team on it right now.
Hey,
I'll text Ryan.
Chris, we will let you co-brand with us. We'll let you in on that one. Even though you're going to write the song and make it famous, we'll let you in on our whiskey brand.
All right, deal.
The kind of the last things to kind of wrap up here, man. This has been fun. I'm glad that you came on here today.
Oh my God, thanks for having me on, man.
We touched on the fashion thing. I actually do think that your fashion sense too is pretty cool. And you're wearing a Carhartt hat today, and I got a lot of Carhartt, so I'm starting to think that actually I might be in a good spot.
Dude, I used to before, even up to the point when I was getting a record deal and all that kind of stuff in Nashville, I was still helping my dad do landscaping for a living. He still got his business there in North Carolina, Lane and Sons Landscaping, minus the Sons are no longer there anymore. But we used to wear Carhartt every single day when we were out there doing all that stuff. And yeah, I love it, man. It's such a great
Isn't
brand.
it crazy how Carhartt's like actually become like fashion now?
Yeah, they did come out with I want to say that they tried to come out with like a trendier version of the Carhartt stuff called Carhartt Whip, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, what a great brand. And, in the country world, it just fits.
100%. It looks cool and, keeps you warm, especially when you do that concert when everyone's in their cars and it's in the middle of winter up here north,
Yeah.
We might have to reach out for that whiskey merch.
So we are in Fargo, North Dakota. You ever been to Fargo, North Dakota before?
I have been to Fargo, and I cannot. It wasn't even that long ago. I don't believe, but I've been there one time.
Yeah, you probably did a show or something at one of the venues here or something.
Yeah. I was probably with another artist out on a tour, but yeah, I know for sure we went through Fargo.
Yeah, it's cold up here. It's getting cold.
I want to say it was pretty darn cold.
Yeah, 100%. Last question I got for you. I was looking up some information for this interview, kind of just a backstory on you. It says that you went to a Keith Urban concert. You said, I want to play guitar, and then that's what spurred it. That's like some movie shit right there, man. Like, oh, yeah, I went to this concert. I thought it was awesome, and now all of a sudden I am, a country star. That's some movie stuff right there.
Yeah.
Is that true? That actually happened?
I wish it would have been that simple. But yeah, I was definitely inspired by going to some Keith Urban concerts. I grew up going to Kenny Chesney concerts and, any country concert that came through, I was always a huge fan of. I would go. And yeah, it just kind of inspired me, I guess, really just to learn how to play the guitar. But I had the extra semester in college that I had to go back and finish there in the fall to graduate. And since sports was no longer, I'd finished my 4 years of baseball. And at that point, I had a lot of downtime during the day after my classes because I only needed 2 classes to finish. So a lot of time on my hands. And at that point, I just started learning how to play the guitar. And then when I graduated, moved back home, started doing the landscaping thing. And yeah, just started figuring out how to sing and play at the same time, and became really passionate about that. And to make a long story short, started a cover band in North Carolina just for fun. And then several years into that, started writing my own music, man. And, everything kind of took off from there. Then I ended up with a record deal and songs on the radio. And now I'm about to be on my 6th single now. It's crazy how it all happened.
That's so cool. And obviously there's a lot of hard work and grit and all of that goes in between. Hey, I went to a Keith Urban concert. I'm interested in guitar and being a country star. There's a lot of other stuff in there, but I think that's kind of a crazy thing that inspired you.
Lots of terrible shows. Nobody there, hard times in the midst of all that. But feels good. I'll tell you what, it feels good to work hard for something and to see it pay off in the end. And fingers crossed it continues to do so.
Yeah, it's like it's way better to fail a bunch of times and then all of a sudden you get a big victory. Like that's so much sweeter. It's kind of like what we were saying, like that the first concert back, you're gonna be way more amped about than maybe one that was in the middle of a tour like before this all happened, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I cannot wait for that moment. It's gonna be awesome.
I believe it. Well, Chris, I appreciate you coming on and spending some time hearing my ideas, pitching it to you.
I love the ideas. Stick with it.
Yeah, I'll try and get you some lyrics here coming up. And if you haven't taken a listen to his new single that's out right now, Hold You Tonight. It is. I've been listening to it. I love it, and you can find it anywhere you stream. Also, and so appreciate it, man. It's been fun.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you very much for having me on.
All right, y'all. That was our interview with Chris Lane. What a great guy. Also, very hot guy.
Very.
Laken, you think Chris Lane's a hot guy?
Yeah, I think he's hotter than Chris Pratt, which is.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jumped him up. He's third hottest Chris in the world. So, but he's on your Mount Rushmore then.
Yep, definitely.
Okay. All right. Laken, it's been a while. It's been too long in my mind. We initially did this segment. How many podcasts ago, Tyler?
5 or 6, probably.
5 or 6. I have been excited to get it back going because I think that your perspective on life is electric at times, Laken.
At times.
And all the time.
Well, all the time. But mostly when you have a bone to pick. Like you are the queen of you're the queen of, I would say, not like complaining because that sounds lame, but like when you are passionate about something and it's gotten under your skin, you're gonna let everyone know.
Hear about it.
Yeah, we'll call you the resident spaz then, in the best way possible.
And I'm just right away. I'm looking at what
it's
she
a
has
long
written
list
out
today.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Fine.
That's what we're here for.
It's a long list today.
I'm gonna switch it up. It's not gonna be about everyone. Yeah. So we have some follow-ups that we have to talk about. But,
okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's get the housekeeping quick out of the way. Tyler fart spray update.
Well, inventory has gone low on that, therefore that has gotten low. So good job, Tyler. And even when we did have fart spray around, like I noticed that you were using less of it. So good job.
I heard your complaints. I took them to heart, and I used your direction.
Yep. 10 out of 10 for Tyler.
What about the complaint you had about me? What was that again?
Oh, we'll get to you.
Okay. Wow.
Ryan is next. So.
Fingernail clipper.
Yep. Clipper.
Update.
The only time I've seen you clip your nails was when we were on a Zoom call, and it didn't offend me that much because we were on Zoom, but it was still like hard to look at.
Okay.
Since the complaint.
Hey,
yes.
So progress. We're getting progress everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
I stashed that away. I heard you, and we're getting it taken care of.
So what's the newest complaint? Hit me with one.
The newest complaint, we have to address.
We have your update, Miles.
I thought that was going to be included in. I thought you had another complaint about me, so I thought we were going to rope it in together.
No. So your complaint was you don't respond, or like we talk to you and you kind of go off in your own little world. I've actually learned to live with that, and I respect it. So I'm changing something about myself. When you're like, hey, remind me to go to Home Depot, and then I remind you, but you don't acknowledge that I remind you, I kind of take a more like passive aggressively like approach to it.
Which
I don't know if you noticed, but I put a note on your car that looked like a parking ticket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that stuff. That doesn't make me feel bad. Like that's like the extra stuff that I wish more people in my life would do.
Yep. So you're
Creative.
teaching me things from that.
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you.
So literally, I resisted change. You guys maybe need to take a note. I just kept being myself, and Laken changed. So you guys are the ones that are the suckers in this scenario.
It just doesn't surprise me, Tyler.
Okay. So what do you got for us today? Laken's
okay.
complaints.
I did not roast Jake last time. I didn't have any complaints about him.
The Midwest Giselle.
Yeah, I think of him as like a little brother. Like he's much younger than me, and like I respect him and his lingo. Like I try to like learn and whatever with it, but a glass shattering moment happened yesterday.
Oh, glass shattering.
Yeah.
Like one of
Wait,
the
we actually had glass shattering, or that's a figure of speech?
no figure of
Figure of
speech.
speech.
Yeah, no one got hurt.
Jesus, I can't go barefoot.
That's
in
how
the
bad it
bunker
was, yeah.
anymore.
I went over and I was talking to Tyler about something, and literally mid conversation, Jake comes up and he's like, "Yo, look at this TikTok." Sorry, and I'm like literally just.
If I was closed my eyes, I would have thought Jake was on the mic. That's how much that sounded like Jake.
And it was so freaking rude because me and Tyler were like sitting there, "Look at this TikTok," and I like. And I just kept talking. I was like, no, I'm still talking, but yeah, that's cool. And then you still kept going, and you were like, look, it's so funny.
It's
and
like the little kid who's like, mom.
And then the TikTok wasn't funny.
no, we both did not understand
That's
what
a
the hell
double-
was going on.
Double yikes.
So we would call that TikTok was cap, right?
it was
Cap.
Cap.
No cap.
No, is that
Cap or
correct? No cap is
No
good,
cap,
right?
cap.
Correct.
Yeah, cap means bad. So it was definitely a cap.
So then thinking back to it, I was like, does he do this shit all the time? I was like, he does this all the time. So you need to work on your skills when it comes to that. Just
Interrupting.
Yeah.
You're a
You just-
bad interrupter.
you're a bad interrupter.
Laken, I think what you just raise your voice a level and keep talking over him, and then eventually he will stop because I've experienced this before.
You know what I just noticed? Is that how that's, you say it takes me forever to respond? That's how I feel what Laken just complained about. That's how I feel about everyone that works here. You guys are just constantly interrupting what's going on in my brain.
oh. Yeah,
but we
should
can't
work on
see
that.
into your brain.
I know, but you should
wish
just
we
know.
I don't know. I don't wish that. You wish you could see into his brain? No. Tyler's
It's a
shaking his
dark-
head
It's
aggressively.
a dark place up there.
yeah.
All right. We put Jake in the hot seat. What else you got?
Okay, this one is outside of you guys, so I'm giving a little variety.
Okay, we
here.
can all relax.
Yeah. Okay, and I feel like girls complain about this all the time, but it just never stops. So if you're listening to this and you do this, stop it. So guys who stare at you when you're working out at the gym, and not even like nonchalantly, just full on like, stop it.
This is a audio podcast. So what she did was she just stood there and stared directly at the camera. That was the audio visual. Of
I
what she
hate
did.
it. It's the worst. Just be a little discreet about it, or just don't do it at all.
So what if the guy is smoking? What if Chris Lane is staring at you
Oh,
at the gym? I think it's a different story.
yeah, I would. Oh, God. I think.
back at her.
Wow. Okay. So it matters on who's staring at you.
Yeah, yes, 100%.
Okay.
But if Chris Lane was staring at me at the gym, I'd probably be like, "Oh, me?" Huh? And then I would like probably trip and do something stupid and fall.
Yeah. Break your face on a piece of equipment or something.
Absolutely, like be doing a squat and like fall backwards.
Yeah. There you go. So, okay. So we determined that it matters who you are that's staring.
Mhm.
Like, are there some chicks out there though that maybe like they do stuff on purpose to get guys to stare at them at the gym? Do you know, is that a thing or not?
I'm gonna say it's not a
Percentage
thing.
wise, percentage of
Ugh.
gals that do stuff for attention versus not. Because
I don't know.
because I know when I'm walking around the
50-50.
gym,
50-50.
I know when I'm walking around the gym, like if I'm gonna get a drink of water out of the fountain, I'm gonna make sure that like I'm flexing my like hamstring.
Yeah.
So my butt looks good when I bend over.
You pop that ass.
And then like if I'm gonna take a drink even out of a water bottle, I'm making sure I'm flexing the
Oh
whole
my
time
God.
that my arm's going up. Like I'm doing stuff that I know chicks are staring at my ass during the workout that I'm doing.
Grunting really
Yeah.
hard. Oh, that's the worst. There are so many people that sing at the gym too. Like, you have to be doing that for
everyone
attention, right?
melt if I sang at the gym. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yikes.
I'm a distinguished songwriter. What do you guys
Yikes.
want from me? So I get it doing it for attention because I would do that. I'd wear maybe my tight yoga pants that I have, just to show off my curves.
Yeah.
Is what I would do.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're down for that, sure.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like that. I usually make like a face or something.
Have you ever, other than your husband, have you ever stared at a guy in a gym? Like you've been like, okay, that guy's either like so big and strong or what? Has it ever happened to you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay,
okay.
Okay, wow. Maybe it goes both ways, Laken.
Maybe it does. But I feel like it's less creepy when girls do it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
That's true, 100%.
Oh, don't you hate me for saying that? But
Yeah, and also depends. Like, are you like standing in the corner? Like, so
What
tip,
exercise are you doing?
Hey,
is
tip
the question.
if you want to check out someone at the gym, you need to do it through at least like 3 mirrors.
Yep.
It's a great maneuver.
Yep.
So if the girl's behind you, you have to look into this mirror, which you can see then it reflects into that mirror and in that mirror. So you're looking this way, but you're checking out the girl behind you.
Yep, that's all I'm saying.
Vice versa, guy behind you.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
Just
a great
be a little
move.
bit discreet. And if I am checking out someone at the gym, it's usually another girl because I'm admiring. I'm like, wow, you're doing great. Like, you look great. I want to look like you. Good job.
All right. A little female positivity there. I like it.
Always.
All right. What else you got?
Okay. This one is so dumb, but it happens to me all the time, and I just get so mad. Okay, so there's really not much to do on the weekends anymore, except for like going grocery shopping.
Yeah.
So, okay, you go to the grocery store and you get your cart, which in the South they call it a buggy, and I think that is so cute. I want to start doing that.
All right, we're calling them buggies now. So you got your buggy.
You do you, Laken.
Perfect. So then I'm like halfway done grocery shopping, and all of a sudden my cart, one of the
Buggy.
tires, my buggy, decides to take a shit on me, and like the fucking
This is a swearing podcast, Laken. We are in episode 96 of swearing, and
one of the wheels just stops working out of nowhere.
oh yeah, it's like got the little. It's doing the spaz
Yeah.
thing.
But it's
Sometimes it'll hit a 360.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like well, so know what I do? So oftentimes on my buggy, on my cart, it is a reason because of weight distribution within the cart.
Yep.
So I would intentionally put a heavy item where that wheel is, so then it has to go on the ground. Because a lot of times it's because it's like up off the ground a little bit and not touching the ground all the time. So put a heavy item there, and then it forces it to be on the ground, and it doesn't do the little spaz thing.
You are so smart. I never would have thought of that.
You're welcome, Laken. This is why we do this. We're trying to improve people's lives here through complaining. So
Wow, my mind's like blown. But it always happens at like the worst time in like the busiest aisle, and like it just like makes a farting noise, and you're like, haha, and then you have to like shift the cart over to the side.
have you ever farted at the grocery store, like crop dusted anyone at the grocery store, Laken?
Oh yeah.
What is
You're lying if you say you haven't.
What's your technique?
Well, I mean, I feel like I have an easy out because like I'm a girl and I'm a little put together when I go shopping, so no one suspects it's me.
So do you let it go? You crop dust it, and then if I were you, I would maybe do like you look at them, maybe give them a hairy eyeball, like did you just fart, because they're not going to suspect you, right?
Right, exactly.
That's a good move.
Yep.
People aren't talking enough about how much crop dusting happens at the grocery store.
Here's the move.
Okay, Tyler, here we go.
The king.
So, I hate bathrooms unless I'm comfortable with them.
Yeah.
Grocery store bathroom, absolutely never going in one ever. So if you're going to crop dust, you have to do it at maximum speed. So you start the crop dust at the front of the aisle and you sprint through that thing so it's evenly distributed across the entire aisle. So the smell is more faint and there's no way anyone will think it's you because you blew right through there.
Here's another good move. If you're going to crop dust or let one go at the thing, make sure you're by the refrigerator aisle. And what you do is you let it go. Then what you do is you just open and close the door a few times.
You waft it.
And fan it and spread it out around you so it's not all concentrated in one area. You might look weird by moving the open and closed a bunch really fast, but it's like you just look like an indecisive shopper. You can't decide if you want to go in there or not, and people don't know you're wafting your fart around the area.
I would just migrate over to like the least busy part of the grocery store, and I wouldn't sprint through it because then it's distributed through the whole aisle. I would just sit in one spot and then it goes straight up in the air.
Yeah, like go to like the celery aisle or something. Like no one's hanging out in the celery aisle.
Or you go to the cleaning products because it already smells like chemicals.
Or the dog food aisle too. Yes, now we're on to something.
Take notes.
Mask the smell.
Yes.
Or you go to the fart spray aisle and you pretend like you're testing it.
Yes.
You pretend like you're testing it.
Brilliant.
Full circle on Laken's complaint on Tyler.
Improving
That is
lives through
brilliant.
complaints.
We just solved. Yeah, there we go.
You're so smart.
We need to have Laken on the
You gotta
podcast.
quit doing that.
Hey,
You gotta quit
We need
doing
to have
that.
Laken on the podcast
No.
more.
You gotta
She's a
stop
smart
it.
gal too. You got any more complaints? That
I
was a
have-
good session here.
Yeah,
Keep
it
going.
really
Let's
was.
go.
I have one more complaint, and this one is actually about myself, so I can hold myself accountable.
Oh, a little self-improvement complaint
Yeah.
here.
So I have become one of those people who just randomly makes small talk with strangers, and you either love it or hate it.
Yeah, no, I know.
I
actually would like to formally apologize to Laken because in the bunker about 2 weeks ago, I was locked in on something and busy doing something, and I had just got a new phone, and out of nowhere, she's like, "Oh, like, how are you liking your new iPhone, whatever?" And I was like, Laken, I really don't want to talk about this right now. And I like totally blew her off, and I
was
felt
like,
so bad. Later the fact, but I really did need to lock in on something. So this is my formal apology but I feel like you were happier that I just said I can't talk about this right now than if I would have been like, and not paying attention to you.
Yeah, no. I
Wow,
respect
Miles,
that.
you're so smart and nice, and everything about you is so great.
So through that story though, I do know that you like the small talk aspect.
do.
So what's the complaint then?
Well, because I do it at really bad times, and I just need to read the room a little bit better. Like,
I think that story proved it right there.
yeah, really. So when I was at the same grocery store that my cart farted in, I was begging
Well,
my
you
own-
farted in, but
You're buggy.
my buggy. It was a grocery store where you have to bag your own groceries, which whatever, they're not paying me to do that, so it's whatever. So the lady across from me had this was right before Thanksgiving, had a full cart full of groceries. She was obviously cooking Thanksgiving dinner. She kind of looked a little stressed out, but she's like bagging all of her groceries. Like, looks like you're making Thanksgiving. And I was like,
why did you do that?
because I'm like, oh no, she's already stressed about cooking all this food. She had to buy all this food, and she's just like, yep.
You gotta do stuff like, looks like you got a big family, and then she's gonna be like, no, it's just me and my husband. We just like to eat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Also, checking out at the grocery store is the last place anyone wants small talk.
I know that now.
So that's a bananas move by you. What's
I
going on? We
know.
gotta talk about
I
that.
need more friends or something.
Yeah. Maybe do a few more Zoom calls with friends or something, Laken.
But it's actually gotten me in trouble before, because when, bars were normal and everything was fine, like I'd be sitting there drinking and small talk, whatever. And there'd be like a person next to me who happened to be a male, and I'm not flirting with them. I'm just doing my casual small talk. And then the girlfriend comes and gives me the eye. And I'm like, oh shit, I did it again. So it's gotten me in trouble.
Have you ever gotten in a fight because of that? Like
No.
a real cat fight?
No, but I would win.
Oh, okay. I'm not getting into a cat fight with you.
I'm staying away from that, bro.
like Laken when she needs to, like the fangs come out. All of a sudden, her fingernails grow a little longer, or the fangs start growing a little bit longer.
Yeah, I usually just, that happened to me a handful of times, and I just compliment. I'm like, oh my God, I love your shirt. And then it's diffused, but yikes.
Yeah. If you told me if I was a chick, here we go. Hypothetical.
Yeah.
Take this ride with me, guys. If I was a chick and you were talking to my boyfriend and you were flirting, which
I wasn't flirting.
Small talk's pretty flirty, and then you complimented my shirt, I would make me want to put you in a headlock more.
Oh,
You're like,
no.
this chick is clearly like just trying to
I'm glad that we're having this group therapy then. So
Yeah.
I'll learn now.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, sharing your complaints with us today.
Thanks for having me.
We not only complained, we solved a few old ones. We maybe solved a few new ones. And
We solved some life problems.
Laken, next time you feel, you maybe got a little BGs, a little bubble guts going on at the grocery store, just head for the fart spray aisle. Pretend like you're testing different flavors. I call them flavors. They're scents, I know. And you'll be good to go.
That was so smart.
Yeah, I know.
You got to stop that.
Yeah, we'll have you.
You even got a formal apology here.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten one of them, Tyler? No. Let us know how it was, Laken.
I will.
All right, guys. We're gonna wrap up this podcast. And Laken, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. I'll be back.
Well,
there's always complaints.
all right, nice job, Laken.
Okay, bye.
Guys, thanks again for listening in episode 96 of the You Betcha Radio podcast. Remember, tonight is the last night you can buy Black Friday merchandise. Make sure you go get some holiday shopping done at oubetcha.com. Get Dad a meat package and get Dad a nice You Betcha shirt. It's all on the website, so go check it out. Also, we got 3 new podcasts on the docket. We got Raging Workaholics. We got the Hot Dish podcast. We got the Double Bogey Show on top of You Betcha Radio. So you have to go check all those out wherever podcasts can be found. Miles, I'm Ryan the T-shirt guy.
And I am Miles, You Betcha guy. May your ranch always be runny. Your bush lattes forever be cold. Here's to beer. Cheers. Ryan, Ernest. Oh my God, that's cold.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.